Shin Bet said its agents, along with the IDF and Israeli police, carried out joint operations over the past 3 months and uncovered a major Hamas terror network in Hebron. Authorities say that the group was actively planning a series of imminent attacks. A senior Shin Bet official called the investigation the most significant and complex operation the agency has conducted in the West Bank over the last decade. Investigators revealed that senior Hamas members in Hebron, many of whom had previously served time in Israeli prisons, had been recruiting, arming and training new operatives to carry out shootings and bombings against Israeli targets. Officials said that the cell conducted firearms training, gathered intelligence, produced explosives and assembled bombs, all with the goal of launching major attacks in the West Bank and inside Israel. Although no attacks were carried out, some of the arrested individuals are suspected of being involved in a deadly shooting nearly 15 years ago. Meanwhile, Democrat Chairman Yair Golan has accused Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu of using Gaza hostages for political gains, following US President Trump's remarks linking the crisis to Netanyahu's trial. And lastly, according to media reports, Israeli forces have killed at least 21 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip since dawn, including 5 people waiting for aid at distribution sites. Martin Sa, international affairs expert, is joining us once again. Martin, appreciate you being here. Well, this is big news coming in, right? If Israeli forces have intercepted intelligence of people who were trying to attack Israel and its interests in the country and elsewhere, that really means that there's nothing been learned, there's nothing that has stopped after October 7th.
Unfortunately, every time there's a huge war between the Palestinians and Israel, we have an increase of intifadas. We need to know that Hamas is not only operating in the Gaza Strip, but also in the West Bank. They have Gaza cells in the West Bank who are actually recruiting even minors to perpetrate terror attacks. So this is very concerning, and this is why, unfortunately, Israel has been forced to interrogate minors, and this is something that international media doesn't cover, that a lot of these minors have been working together with terror organizations, and they're using them for carrying out these terror attacks and taking advantage of their age for avoid criminal liability.
And Martin, you know, in this war between Israel and Iran and what's happening in Gaza at this point in time, do you think that the tension towards West Bank has been a little compromised, and that perhaps is something that Israel should refocus on?
Of course. I mean, Hamas is an ideology. It's not a physical territory. Hamas is even outside of Israel. And the Hamas ideology, unfortunately, is present in the West Bank. The only difference is that in the Gaza Strip, there has been since in 2005, that Israeli forces and civilians got out of the Gaza Strip. They had all of the freedom to operate without any supervision. In the West Bank, the situation is different. We have presence of the IDF and of Israeli citizens who live in the Jewish areas. So this is more difficult for them to organize and operate in the West Bank.
Martin, always a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for being here.